Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I wanted to do a little flashback. And there's many new people that are listening. This market comes to life quick with views on YouTube as well as other things once the market starts going up. And so we've had a natural influx of people, but I want to remind many of you, because a lot of us have been here in this thing in the trenches, I would say, for 12, 15 months. And so I saw this from Mr. B, and it's an interesting thing to remember. At the worst, this thing on December 15th, 2018, he says, fun fact, the total digital asset market cap was 100 billion, and today it is 164 billion, for a 64% increase. During the same time period, XRP is only up 20%. Keep in mind, Wall Street would kill for that sort of increase, and our time is still to come. Make a plan. And I can't agree with him more than I do right now. Mr. B is on it. But I want to tell you, folks, the people who make the money in this world are the people who can ignore the emotion of things like this. Because let me tell you, I was there during this, and I can tell you how depressing it was, not just for me, but for everyone in the community of XRP and digital assets, and on Twitter and on YouTube. There was a lot of people who just who bailed on it and couldn't take it. And so if you hung in there, and even if you did nothing at the time, I remember telling people, look, this might not be for a lot of you, but that doesn't mean you have to sell your digital assets. Hold on to what you have, secure it on a Ledger Nano S, and just stop looking at this and show back up when you see the news coming out that it's all going up like crazy, because the news will come out. Okay, and so for those of you that are back, welcome back. For those of you that have been here all along, thanks for putting on your big boy pants. It wasn't easy, and so congratulations. You just learned a great lesson in life. Just because temporarily other people seem to be right does not mean they're right. We've known for a long time in our gut. We've done our research. We've known that what we were investing in was the right thing, and we knew that digital assets were going to change the world. And sometimes it takes a long time for you to get confirmation of that. And I think that a lot of validation has occurred in the last 24, 48 hours. Now, that's not to say that this market is going to go straight up. Markets don't do that. This market is going to go straight up. It's going to come down, straight up. It's going to do all kinds of things. Down, down, down. We've seen it. It does it. That's how markets operate. So just get used to that idea. But I was talking to my father before I got on here. I said, now, you know how well things have done over the last, say 48 hours. And I know how well things have done over the last 48 hours from a percentage increase point in people's portfolios. It's unbelievable. Well, we've been sitting in a bear market for like 15 months. 15 months. And in 48 hours, we're talking a complete about face, folks. And for those of you this is your first time seeing what can happen in such a short period of time in digital assets, take notice. Because I've seen this same thing happen for a period of over a month. And it will happen, whether this is the time or it's going to happen later this year or later this month, I don't know. But that's how fast this moves. Your life can be altered like that. And so, even though the bear market's been a long time, this is how these things work. It's been a slow drop, as high as 95% loss, okay? And then what happens is you have all of a sudden you'll see 1,000%, 3,000%, as much as 30,000%. Yeah, XRP went up like 30,000% last year, okay? So what is it to have to sit through a slow 95% downturn in order to have a potential of as much as 30-something thousand% return. It's nothing. You just have to psychologically train yourself to understand what you're invested in. Okay, enough of that. I want to help. I'm giving an announcement on behalf for Bitrue. These guys wanted me to announce that they have listed Cardano, ADA. I think they've already listed ADA. But the cool thing is they are one of the first companies I know of that has created an ADA XRP pair. They've got ADA BTC, ADA USDT, and XRP, of course. You need to go to their website. Let me show you their website. It's right here. Bitrue.com. That's Bitrue.com. These guys have been a friend to the XRP community from day one. I do not have a Bitrue account, but that doesn't mean that I won't have one. But you need to go check out their platform and do your research, look for yourself and see what you think about it. Because these guys have really, from day one, they've gone out of their way to be kind to the XRP community, and they've gone out of their way to aggressively add XRP pairs and things like that. So that's a shout out for these guys. And again, new listing: ADA XRP pair, ADA BTC, ADA USDT. All right, moving along. This is from Eric B. Nelson 3 at Eric B. Nelson 3. As an update, Coinbase did credit me my 10,000 XRP in my account that was lost back in March. Thank you for everyone that helped make this happen. Please spread the word. They can get lost funds back. Okay, now what this is about, for those of you that are new to digital assets, listen up, because I'm going to explain what this is what I recall this guy had the problem with. With XRP, it's different from a lot of digital assets. All these digital assets have a long number that's your number that you send digital assets to. If you're sending XRP, you have an account number. It's your long XRP number. But with XRP, most digital assets just have that number. XRP also has what's called a destination tag, which is a smaller number, a destination tag, okay? When you open an account at Coinbase or Binance or any of these places, you will have the XRP account number, okay? The account number is good for all XRP accounts on Binance, but the destination tag is what tells Binance that it's your account on Binance, okay? And so this person on Coinbase, they had I can't remember if he had transferred. I think he was transferring into Coinbase. I can't remember if it was in or I don't remember what was going on. But the bottom line is he forgot to put his destination tag, is the way I recall it. And so Coinbase told him that those were lost forever. Well, a lot of the people like Vitrue Vind, I believe, or maybe it was XRP Trump, and some of the guys that are technologically savvy in the XRP community, I think it was XRP Trump, had gone in and said, no, Coinbase, this isn't right. You can go and find those funds. So Coinbase has apparently done right by this guy. Coinbase is becoming a better and better company for the XRP community. I'm starting to like Coinbase, and I'm going to show you another reason why. Okay, but so that's important to note. But so you don't run into this problem when you send XRP, or if you're receiving it, make sure that you're dealing with the address and the destination tag. It's very important. Now on Ledger Nano S, I had somebody ask me this yesterday. If you're sending to your Ledger Nano S, you don't have a destination tag. You can just put no destination tag or put a 0 when you're sending to your Ledger Nano S. But don't send a large amount. Test it before you send anything. Send 2 XRP to your Ledger Nano S and put the 0 in for the destination tag with your address, and try that to make sure that it's going to work. And when you see it show up, then you know you did it right. Okay, next. Crypto View at Brando Aguilera sent me this. He made me aware yesterday that that Brian Armstrong, who's the CEO of Coinbase, was doing a live Ask Me Anything. I was doing other things yesterday, but I went in and I watched about 5 minutes of this. And the guy is a very smart guy, obviously, and I really enjoyed it. I need to go back and watch the rest of it, and you should too. It's their YouTube channel is Coinbase. Okay, go to Coinbase and subscribe to them. Next, from at ECOSSEXRP1. This is my James Bond XRP community friend. He sent me this. I'm happy to report that the Senate Committee on Revenue and Economic Development has approved SB 164, clarifying that crypto is exempt as intangible personal property taxation in Nevada. Now, I want to read that again to see if I understand that right. Clarifying that crypto is exempt as intangible personal property taxation in Nevada. And am I reading that? I'm trying to read in here and see how they read it. So it can be taxed. So I don't know if they're saying that it's not taxed in Nevada, but the important thing is they're classifying it. This is progress. They're giving a classification. Somebody let me know. Are they saying that it's not taxed in Nevada? It might be time to move to Nevada if so. Okay, this is from Kieran Kelly. Kieran Kelly at KIERANMLKELLY. He's old school in the XRP community. Big news that got sort of swallowed up yesterday. Check this out. We talked about the Swiss exchange, 6 Swiss exchange that they were doing the XRP ETP. Swiss exchange is controlled by an association of 55 banks. They know XRP is the standard. And this, I don't know where they found this, but it's pretty cool. 6 Swiss Exchange was the first stock exchange in the world to incorporate a fully automated trading, clearing, and settlement system in 1995. The exchange is controlled by an association of 55 banks. Each of these banks has equal voting rights. So it's not a coincidence that this exchange just happened to put out an XRP ETP yesterday. Not a coincidence, people. These banks know what's going on. All right, from XRP lighting the way. I need some of this cinnamon coffee. I have a reason to drink some cinnamon coffee the last couple of days. I'm going to drink some of this real quick. What I'm about to show you, in my opinion, is a monster news article. This is from XRP lighting the way, at X lighting the way. Give them a follow. Andreessen Horowitz restructures registering entire staff as financial advisors. You're about to see, folks, how the digital asset business is about to change the entire financial landscape in this article, in my opinion. First, I want to tell you who Andreessen Horowitz is for those of you that have not heard me talk about them before. Andreessen Horowitz is one of the most respected venture capital firms out in Silicon Valley. Mark Andreessen is one of the partners in this firm. Mark Andreessen was one of the founders of Netscape. For those of you that remember the .com boom, Netscape was one of the first internet browsers. It then competed with the Internet Explorer. Eventually, Netscape was sold to America Online. Okay, but Andreessen Horowitz became a millionaire out of that .com, or Mark Andreessen became a millionaire, and then he went on to, with some people, start this Andreessen Horowitz once he was wealthy. Okay, so this is an Andreessen Horowitz of the venture capital firm, is an investor in Ripple, by the way. Andreessen Horowitz, a Silicon Valley company specializing in investing mostly in technology and financial services startups, have raised $1.7 billion across 7 funds. Told Forbes that it is registering all 150 employees as financial advisors, which renounces the company's status as a venture capital firm entirely. The restructuring will purportedly enable Andreessen Horowitz to take riskier bets on certain business areas, including digital currencies. If the firm wants to put $1 billion into cryptocurrency or tokens, or buy unlimited shares in public companies or from other investors, it can. And in doing so, the thinking goes, it'll again make other firms feel like they have one hand tied behind their back, it further explains. These guys have literally just given up their venture capital firm status and become financial advisors because they know digital assets are about to change the world. That is huge, folks. Huge. Big time. All right, moving along. Speaking of big time, XRP Big Time, at X Big Time. He says, flippening incoming, U.S. Google users more interested in Ripple XRP than Bitcoin. Well, this is an article from recently, this is a recent article But it goes on to explain, this is a tweet from back in, I believe in 2018. This is a they did U.S. searches at that time. And Google's 2018 top how-to searches, and how to buy Ripple in the United States was searched even more than how to buy Bitcoin. Well, at that time, Ripple was going up, XRP was going up more than Bitcoin, more than all digital assets, and it'll happen again. But they said the tweet was somewhat misleading because if you did a search of Bitcoin, did it a worldwide search, Bitcoin had a better name recognition, and so it, of course, but was getting more searches on a worldwide basis. But at some point, this will be a flippening. Mark my words. Okay. XRP Crypto Wolf. Indian Supreme Court confirms July 23rd as the new date for the crypto case. The counsel for the respondents asked for the matter to be heard on a non-miscellaneous day. The bench accepted this request and has new ordered that the matter be heard on July 23rd. All right, so India, for those of you that don't know, has banned cryptocurrency, or done some type of ban. And so these guys, like I've said over and over, it's just a matter of time. That country will be letting their citizens deal in digital assets. Just a matter of time. When they do, that country has one of the highest populations of any country in the world. Okay. From Crypto Utility Guy at John Heyman 7. Give him a follow. He gave me 2 pieces of news. These are both from NewsBTC, which is a crypto publication. And I'm just going to read you their tweets here. They're pretty good. Bitcoin price analysis. Current technical structure suggests that the latest price rally could extend above the $5,000 and $5,100 price points. If bulls stay in control, the BTC breaching 5,500 and 6,000 levels in the coming days is quite possible. And then they went on to say, bigger things to come. Crypto trading volume hits all-time high. BTC lingering near 5,000. Could reach 6,000. Ethereum eyeing $200. Litecoin went past $80. Bitcoin Cash surged 45% from 180 to 255 and is the best performing coin in the top 100. Okay, now this is from Sergeant Obi-Wan. I only wanted to show you this for one reason. The second this market turns around, here come the price predictions. So you got an article that's already been put out that wants to give you an Ethereum price prediction. Next crypto bull run, here they come. So I'm not going into that article. I just wanted to show you those price predictions. They come quick. And finally, I thought this was funny from King Solomon at XRP_Al. Dogecoin is up 30% today from a belated April Fool's joke by Elon Musk. If this doesn't make you realize how early you are, nothing will. Completely irrational. Elon Musk more or less made a joke yesterday on Twitter, I think, about how Dogecoin was his favorite digital asset. But I was laughing about Dogecoin 2 days ago. I thought it was hilarious that it was up 15%. For those of you that don't know, Dogecoin was basically a digital asset created out of just more or less people that were interested in Bitcoin and were enthusiasts about digital assets. It is in no way some professional organization. It's really just an online community of people that push it along, and it's hilarious because if you put Dogecoin has gone up 30%. I think he's talking about yesterday. No, he's talking about today maybe. Look, Dogecoin has gone up 30%. Ripple with XRP, whose major use case is being pushed by Ripple, who is affiliated with ex-presidents and presidents' advisors and people who worked for the governor of New York. These type of people is up like half what Dogecoin is. And yes, that's hilarious. And yes, it's an indication of how immature this market is. But here's the beautiful thing, folks. The great thing about that, and it's awesome. The great thing about that is that if that's how ridiculous the market still is as we sit here today, think about what this market has done the last 48 hours. And think about what that is going to look like for XRP when all of the silly investors that don't get it yet, all the people who are completely irrational and have just come into this and don't realize what XRP is, think about what happens when the money shifts from the silly stuff into the serious stuff, like XRP being the most serious digital asset. It's the greatest digital asset ever created, which I say on my channel all the time. What happens to your investment then? Because they will come to that conclusion eventually. It happens with all of us, happened with me. And finally, from Bitrue Announcement, and I think I'm saying that right now, when we say XRP for payments, we're talking about making payments with XRP as easy and fast as possible. Soon in the XRP Tipbot app, sometime from now in our payments and signing up, you'll need to go watch this video. He demonstrates what he's working on. This guy's a genius, and he's one of the best people in the XRP community. So go follow him at WIETSEWIND. Go follow him and pay attention to what he does, because this guy's a serious developer. He's actually funded by the Spring Initiative, which is a Ripple initiative. So the guy knows what he's doing. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that Bitrue Announcement is on the ball. Give him a follow. Thanks for listening.